Hey everyone, it's Eric from SpiderManNotes.com, and today we're going to be taking a look at this new omnibus. It's a reprinting of the Amazing Spider-Man Omnibus number 4, and it has been recently re-released from Marvel Comics. Taking a look at the dust jacket. There are two different dust jackets available direct market, and the standard edition, which we have right here. On the back of the dust jacket, you'll see here, you get to see all the issues that are involved in this omnibus. And then taking off the dust jacket, you also get some little thing about the creators on the inside of the dust jacket. This is kind of what they've been going with, the flat matte, black matte. And then on the spine, you get the image of Spider-Man right there. It is the same image that is on the dust jacket. And on the back, you get the spider light signal, kind of like logo on the back of it. So let's go ahead and pop this one open and see what we're looking at. Okay, cracking open the Amazing Spider-Man Omnibus number 4. You'll get black end pages. You'll get, when you open it up, volume number 4, Collecting Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man, numbers 105 to 142, Giant Size Superheroes number 1, and Marvel Superheroes number 14. The main contributors are Stan Lee, Gerry Conway, Romita Sr, Gil Kane, and Ross Andru. So a lot of great artists working on this, and obviously great writers happening. Here's some more contributors to the issues that you're going to get, and you are going to get 3 years of Spider-Man action. 1972 to 75, over 900 pages, and with the omnibus form, you are going to get around an inch long and an inch wider than your standard edition trade paperbacks. So this is the way to enjoy comic books, if you ask me. I love reading omnibuses because you just really get to enjoy the artwork. Everything's been remastered, and it's bigger than your regular trade paperbacks. Gil Kane takes over for Romita Sr. Gil Kane is my second favorite, only to Romita Sr., who is the GOAT in my opinion. But Gil Kane's artwork only gets better as the issues go on. I just really love his Spider-Man almost as much as Romita Sr.'s. But just great stuff. Paper quality is semi-gloss. If you hold the pages up to the light, you might be able to see what's going on in the next page on the flip side. But laying down, it's really not going to hurt your enjoyment of this. This is the way to enjoy comic books in the omnibus form, unless you get an absolute edition of a comic book, which is also pretty awesome. But Smythe, an adventure where him and Jameson team up to try to get rid of Spider-Man, only to be foiled by Spidey himself. So you'll get a lot of crossover events as you go through the pages. The story of Flash Thompson and his goings on in Vietnam, and you will get Doctor Strange helping out Spider-Man and Flash Thompson in this one. So just some really nice guest appearances. You'll get your classic villains along with some newbies. Craven shows up again, which is great. But there is 3 huge events in this one. There's spoilers coming ahead, warning, not too much of spoilers if you've seen the cover that we already showed, or if you're a Spider-Man fan, but they are contained in this omnibus, and it's the main reason to get this omnibus. The 3 big events that are coming up in these pages. But before we get to that, you get to see some of the other cool things that are happening within the pages, like the crossover with Spider-Man and the Hulk. Spider-Man versus the Hulk, but it's a new Green Menace for Spider-Man to battle beside the Green Goblin, which is a major player in this edition. But man, I love this artwork. You also get within the pages the spider web, how people sounded off and let the publishers know what they did and didn't like. It was no tweeting or emails. It was snail mail. And these are pretty funny to read. If you get a chance to read those, I highly recommend them. Like I said, great crossovers with other superheroes like the Hulk. Just great artwork throughout. But once again, the main reason people are going to get this is what happens within these pages. Back then, you didn't really know who was going to get it. You just knew somebody was going to get it, somebody that Peter Parker was close to. There are the players who could it happen to. Well, if you saw the cover of this omnibus, you know it is going to be Gwen Stacy. She dies in traumatic fashion, and just really love the artwork on this. Go back a couple pages and see the fall and her in Spider-Man's arms. Great artwork by Kane. Just a powerful event. I love this time. You get the sadness, you get the action adventure, the love stories, a little bit of comedy splashed in, but huge events here. And Spider-Man has to make a decision. Does he go and seek revenge? And if so, how? Does he take the life of Green Goblin? Well, that is going to be answered on this page. And if you're familiar with the Tobey Maguire and Sam Raimi and William Dafoe Spider-Man, you know how Green Goblin got it in that storyline. Well, he gets it in the same way in this storyline. So Spidey doesn't actually do the killing, but it comes by his own doing. So that is the second huge event that happens. Norman Osborn dies. And who is going to take over from Norman Osborn? Well, if you know, like I said, the Sam Raimi Spider-Man, you know it is going to be Harry, Norman's son. Luke Cage makes an appearance in these issues. And not only Luke Cage, but somebody else makes their very first comic book appearance within the pages of Spider-Man, and that is the Punisher. The Punisher, just a great character, became popular again with the Netflix series. I think Marvel recently killed him off, which is a mistake in my opinion. Such a great character. But his first appearance is going to happen in The Amazing Spider-Man 129 right here. So, like I said, you get 3 huge events, great crossovers, great classic villains, intro to some new villains, and this, I think, funny story, the love between Doc Ock and Aunt May, or fake love. My new uncle, my new enemy. Peter Parker doesn't know what to make of this, but just, that's what I said. Some of the stuff you really got to chuckle at. But the other, there's the Punisher making another appearance. The other huge event happens in The Amazing Spider-Man 136. It's Harry Osborn as the Green Goblin. The very first appearance is Harry Osborn as the Green Goblin. Huge event. These have got 3 huge events happening within the pages, and Mary Jane is going to take on a much bigger role in Peter's life. Man, look at that splash page. That is awesome. So this is a fantastic omnibus. Look at that cover of 141. Man, that looks beautiful. But in the back, the extras, another great reason to get this is the extras. You'll get some of the funny things that happened in the old issues. You'll get a checklist of the Amazing Spider-Man, all the issues, fun games. But the real reason is the artwork process. You get to see it before the colors. And more importantly, you get to see the earliest sketches from Kane on this classic art. That is some awesome stuff. So you got to get to see the process of what's going on here. Just in the different stages. Just a lot of stuff. Once again, the covers and then the reworked cover art also happening within the pages. So you get a ton of stuff in this thing. Like I said, over 900 pages. I highly recommend this. This gives 2 thumbs way up. We'll leave a link in the description where you can purchase this. We appreciate you tuning in. This is Eric from Spider-Man Notes. We'll see you next time.